Hey everybody, it's Tony Codispoti from the Great Vocal Majority, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something that just came over the wire this afternoon, this evening's news, and that's this, what you're looking at here on this webpage from KOIN TV, that President Obama plans to visit Roseburg, or is it Roseburg? Not sure. But he plans to go to Oregon on Friday. And this is a problem. You see, last Thursday, when President Obama rushed to the microphones, before he knew any of the relevant facts about the Roseburg killings, he announced that he planned to politicize mass murder. Now, to say Obama's cold-blooded by saying something like that is pretty much an understatement. But in spite of the words to the effect that he, felt bad for the grief-stricken families and that we should pray for them, Obama's behavior has been dismissive and disrespectful of a whole grief-stricken community. Now he plans to visit this place, but Obama's not welcome there, as you're going to see in a moment. And do you blame them? I mean, put yourself in their position. Put yourself in the position of the families, the friends, the neighbors. At the outset, they don't share Obama's desire to undermine the Second Amendment. This is a pro-gun community. And from my understanding, it's a very well-armed community, too. But imagine how those people must feel knowing that the national leader who announced his intention to politicize the tragic deaths of their loved ones plans to come to their hometown on the occasion of the burial of those victims to do what? To grandstand, to politically grandstand, to make a political issue out of the deaths of their family members. Does that sound like a person who cares about people who were killed? It sounds like a guy who's obsessed with a political agenda. Doesn't sound like a person who cares about people. He's not showing up out of respect. He's showing up to politicize a tragedy. Imagine if that was your mother or brother or sister who was killed, and the president's coming because he wants to make political points on the body of your family member. This is sick. This is a sickness. Obama has a sick. This is not normal behavior. Normal people don't behave like this. I hope he sees that this is a bad move. I really, honestly do. I don't want to see Obama continue to do stuff like this. I wish he would wake up and see that he shouldn't go to Roseburg. He gave up the high ground the second he said he planned to politicize mass killings. And that is what he said. You think that fact is lost on these people? It's the one fact that they remember, probably, of all the things he said. But don't expect Obama to back down, despite the fact he's unwelcome in Roseburg. That would be gracious. But that's not likely to happen. When was the last time you saw Obama do something gracious? For him, life is politics and politics is life. He seems almost deaf, dumb, and blind to the survivors, victims, and their families who live in a community that's overwhelmingly pro-Second Amendment, and they don't appreciate Obama's desire to politicize the death of their family members just to pursue a political agenda. Now, to support what I'm saying here, there's a video that came out that I'll play for you right here. This fellow, he's a newspaper guy, and let's listen in.
We're talking to David Jakes, the publisher of the Roseburg Beacon newspaper. And David, how do you feel? There's been rumors that President Obama might be coming to town. How do you feel about that?
Lee, I think that's very inappropriate, and I think it's disrespectful to the families. The fact is the president has no connection with this community. He has no connection with any of the families, and he made it abundantly clearly in his opening press statement. Just, we haven't even identified bodies. We've still got incident command trying to contain the scene, and he's holding a press conference 3,000 miles from here telling us that almost implying that he single-handedly could have prevented this if the Congress would have listened to him. And so he said in that speech that people are going to accuse me of politicizing this event, and frankly, it needs politicizing. So I think he admitted it himself. So his visit here isn't a re-election campaign stop, but it is a campaign stop nonetheless for an agenda that he and his associates believe is important. And that is to take away Americans' right to own firearms. And I think, Lee, that it shows not only a total disdain and disregard for our Constitution, but our very citizens, and especially those of us right here in Douglas County. We believe in the Second Amendment. We believe in the whole Constitution.
Yeah, and so just for people who aren't aware of this part of Oregon, this is a strong Second Amendment area. John Hanlon, the sheriff, came out after Sandy Hook and did a really strong, well-written letter, I thought, not just against gun control, but really, pro-Second Amendment.
Well, he is pro-Second Amendment, Lee, and the fact is we're very proud of our sheriff. He's basically put the administration on notice that if you pass any laws or edicts or executive orders that are either unconstitutional or extra constitutional, they will not be enforced in Douglas County. And we're proud of that. That's the kind of sheriff we elected overwhelmingly. He got like 68% of the vote. And I think he'll get higher numbers on this reelect. This is the heart of this county. We love America, and we believe in the foundational principles that made this country great.
Thanks a lot. David Jakes from the Roseburg Beacon. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Lee.
Well, there it is. There's the president. That's what he's doing. He's going out there. Do you think that's the right thing to do? I don't. That's it for me. I'm Tony Cottaspati. Thanks for listening.